All right, let's do it. Woo! What's up, everybody? I just freaked out my cats, and welcome to the greatest one-man show in the history of all mankind and the metaverses. Don't forget the metaverses. This is Dramatic Pause, the Dusty Smith Show. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. As always, we have the best show, but it was a slow news weekend, and we all know who's to blame for that. You. All of you for not being more goddamn exciting this weekend, but it's okay. We're gonna have fun anyway, because that's what we do on the Dusty Smith Show. And thank you all for tuning in. You're very smart, and I might add, handsome and/or beautiful. And woo, little Ric Flair drip. I got that song playing in my car because it has really good bass, and then I want to watch the video. It made me sad because Ric Flair is like really old, and like it just seems almost exploitive to have him in that video. Because he's just kind of sitting there like he's about to die any fucking second. I don't know. Anyway, I've already brought the show down. Way to go, Dusty. Way to make everybody depressed. Folks, I'll be reading all the super chats at halftime. You know how to super chat, right? You just click on here somewhere and you super chat me and show your support for the show. And the more you donate in the super chats, the more seriously I'll take your question. I'm going to read every single one of them. So like a million years from now, people are watching this video, and you know they will be, because I'm still going to be relevant then. Yeah. Anyway, you can immortalize yourself. They'll be like, hey, that guy lived because he super chatted on Dusty shows. So just saying, you'll feel good about being immortal and whatnot. Super chat. That's the whole point of this. Anyway, hit the like button, do all of the things, but let's go ahead and kick the show off as we always do. Open your hymnals to page 1. It's time for some religious bullshit. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious about motherfucking bullshit. Motherfuckers, it's religious bullshit. What is it? It's time for religious bullshit. Hell yeah, that's an original tune by Dusty Smith. I didn't copy that off another song. What are you talking about? My God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and might. My God is an awesome God. That song ripped me off. I'm going to sue whoever that guy was. Anyway, first off on religious bullshit. Folks, if Jesus ain't real, explain this to me.
Watch as the power of God touch this woman.
That's what's touching her. Not mental illness or anything. Woo! She passed out in a hospital.
When a demon is faced with a Christian that is filled with the Holy Ghost.
He's filled with that Holy Ghost. The magical talking ghost is real and causing him to scream. It looks like uncomfortable.
Watch as the power of God touch this guitarist.
Oh my God, he's being touched by the power of God. It looks like he's being electrocuted. Somebody want to check the guitar, make sure there's not a short in it or something. So, how do you explain this if God's not real? They're mentally ill, and they're willing to let the other people who are mentally ill around him know that they're 100% in this cult with you. They really believe it, and they just love having someplace they belong to, people that actually take them seriously, even though they're quite ridiculous. And that's really all you need to explain it. Does it really take more than that? The same way all cults work. It's just all bullshit, all pathetic people just trying to find a place they belong. Like we all are, really. It's kind of sad if you think about it, but also hilarious and disturbing. And then is E back? Did fucking E come back? E! What the fuck? God damn it, E! I have to stop the show because E came back. I thought you was dead, man, or something. I fucking emailed you. I've been waiting for the response. I was like, what the fuck? What happened to E, man? Like, now I'm all want to cry and shit because I thought you was hurt or in trouble or something. Man, I feel so much better now. Fuck yeah, E! Good to see you. Love you, E. Holy fuck, and now I'm in a good mood, but also sad for some reason. I don't know why. Get your shit together. Anyway, everybody's favorite pink-haired Alzheimer's grandma, Cat Kerr, is back. And you guys remember we had like a hurricane in Florida, and people died, and there's billions of dollars in damage and stuff. But don't worry, folks. Cat Kerr is responsible, apparently, for it.
I never intended, just so people know, the weather warriors have very specific assignments when one starts to come, when it's in the midst of it, and even after it's done or goes off the coast or something. I know that about maybe probably close to a third of America is in drought, actually. A lot of it's in drought. So I fully intended to send that storm all the way up around the coast to where those drought areas were.
Okay, what happened?
And if one comes again, I'm going to send it out over to the west, because they really are in serious drought. And I think California's had fires already, have had fires, but we won't have any fires here. We had plenty of rain, and I'm not ignoring the fact that it did some damage down in Tampa.
It did
but that wall of faith that we built is all along the East Coast. So I'm going to have to get with a group seriously on the West Coast and teach them how to build that wall of faith.
That's right, build that wall of faith so that the hurricane won't kill and destroy people like it did. Just saying, Cat Kerr, you're bad at your job, and I blame you, because if you take this responsibility on yourself, then you deserve all the blame. So everybody chastise Cat Kerr for killing all those people in Florida. Bad, Cat Kerr, bad. So disappointed in you. And then, folks, this dude ain't gay. And you know how you know he ain't gay? Because he is adamant about the fact that he ain't goddamn gay. Hey, if you weren't gay, you could look at his search history. But since we're all gay, we can't look at it. Shh, shh.
You know, it was funny when we had the protest, people were constantly writing out here, I want to see Joe Jones's search history. You know, if you weren't a dyke or a faggot, I'd let you come in here and see it. Okay? I've got nothing to hide. I do not struggle with this.
Yeah, folks, he doesn't struggle with it. He embraces it wholeheartedly. Yeah, hitting the rent boys all over the place. His search engine's all full of gay porn. He ain't struggling at all. He's happy with it. Now, is he lying to you? Yeah, because this dude is clearly fucking gay. Look at this dude. Look at this gay man here. Dude, it's okay to be gay. Suck those dicks, all right? You know, some dudes like that. It's fine. Just be okay with yourself. I kind of feel bad for you, but you're just a horrible human being, so not really. You're kind of a dipshit. And then, here's the leader of the Promise Keepers, and he wants you guys to know that church is making dudes feminine. We need more masculinity in this society, and the reason we're such fucking pussies is because churches are teaching guys that Jesus was nice. Can you believe that? Can you believe they're teaching that Jesus was nice and full of love and was trying to help people? No, Jesus was a piece of shit, just like they are. He's going to explain it to you.
One of the biggest contributors to the effeminization of men is the
that
church.
Haircut? Okay, no, sorry.
Yep.
I'll say that again. One of the biggest reasons. Why? Because we're teaching cheap grace. And by cheap grace, I mean the identity that you have of yourself will dictate how you behave. And so the church has said over and over again, like the last several decades, that you're a bad person, but Jesus loves you anyway.
Yes.
So try not to be bad, but if you are, don't worry, Jesus will still love you. Now have a nice day. Now, how is that identity going to affect how I behave if I hear that over and over, especially as a man, right? I can't help but look at pornography, and I know it makes Uncle Jesus really sad when I do, but he's still going to love me, so I'll try not to, but if I do.
Hey, Uncle Jesus right there watching the pornography with me, okay? If I'm being honest, Uncle Jesus is like suggesting the categories. You think I like the grandma porn because I like it? No, it's Jesus whispering in my ear, ooh, grannies, they all wrinkly and shit. Search for that. I'm like, fine, Jesus. If you want to see grandma porn again, I'll do it for you. For you, Jesus.
Whatever. And that's not the gospel.
Because you're saying the church, though, has been complicit in making men less masculine. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
100%.
And we've taught a Jesus that's an idol. It's not the real Jesus. We've taught a Jesus that says that love means being nice to everybody all the time. Well, when I read my Bible, Jesus wasn't very nice.
Nope.
He was
Dickhead.
not very nice most of the time. I mean, when you're saying, I came to set the world on fire and how I wish it was already a light, and I came to turn father against son and mother against daughter, what was Jesus saying?
Preach.
Love is forcing people to make a choice and doing all I can to get them to choose the only way to joy, which is salvation in Jesus Christ, and then living for him with complete abandon afterwards. That's joy. And so if I'm doing all that right, he promises us, blessed are you when people persecute you and say all kinds of evil things against you. Great is your reward in heaven. Rejoice. That's Jesus. And we've taught
That's right. Jesus is a dickhead like all of us. So, hey, stop being fucking pussies and claiming Jesus is love and be nice and fucking shit, because he wouldn't. He come to murder everybody. Guys, read Revelations It's all happening. And one more, folks. People ask me for my comment on Matt Dillahunty leaving the ACA. So I don't know why, but Matt Dillahunty has me blocked. So I didn't even know about this. I don't know. I can't even recall ever even saying a word about Matt Dillahunty. Why Matt Dillahunty hate me? Anyway, that's not true. So I have a long historied past with Matt Dillahunty, apparently. I said some things I shouldn't have said about his ex-wife flirting with me, which she did, at a atheist convention, and then he went on the Drunken Peasant show and said I was lying, which I wasn't. I mean, I should have said it. I was just being a dick. You know, to me, I think of myself as like a showman. I want to make everything real fucking entertaining. And I thought it'd just be entertaining if I went out and said this private shit in public. And I should have done it. But I was telling the truth, yo. And, it did come out that she did kind of have an affair with, what the fuck was his even name? I'm trying to blank on this. David Silverman. And and it came out that they were kind of swingers, and they were swinging with people at the atheist convention. And, I'm way better looking than David Silverman, not to be unhumble, but I am just mad better looking than fucking David Silverman. So anyway, and then some things happened with rationality rules and some transphobia, in my opinion, that happened. All the most iconic women that worked at the Atheist Experience resigned and said Matt Dillahunty was a big part of the problem, that he made them feel unsafe, and they were like literally making videos crying and explaining how they felt exploited and put in danger by the mob that Matt Dillahunty kind of ruled. And so I called him out for all that shit. And so anyway, he leaving the Atheist Experience, apparently, finally. And he made a 27-minute video, and it was really boring. It basically said he just didn't feel appreciated or listened to there. That was the gist of it. He was the whole victim, basically, which is fine. Like, I actually think Matt Dillahunty does a good job what he does. I think he's a great representative for humanism. I don't really have any problems with Matt Dillahunty. And plus, like, now he dating a really hot trans girl, so you're welcome, Matt Dillahunty, basically. You kind of owe me a little bit, in my opinion. So maybe unblock me and thank me for your situation. Anyway, good luck, Matt. Whatever, it's all good. That's my take on it. And that's my religious bullshit. What you guys got to say about all of that? Data Sex and Bulls. It's going to be a kind of a short show tonight. We'll see what the fuck happens. David Silverman, yeah, so forgettable. I just fucking forgot his goddamn name. Can't stand that douche. I am sexy, I will give you that. I mean, god damn it. Break me off a piece of that, motherfucker. And God is a wrathful God. He is. He petty and jealous, like humans are for some reason. Arden is really hot. Yeah, I agree. Arden is a nice looking young lady. I will not deny that. Kudos to you, Matt Dillahunty. Where's his hat? Who, me? I don't wear no hat no more. I have not worn a hat in many years since I got the hair transplant surgery. So I pay good money for this hair. Why would I cover it with a hat? Art and Katie are both super hot. I don't know who Katie is, I don't think. I'd probably know her if I saw a picture. Dusty a pimp? I am not a pimp. I'm an asexual, basically. I don't even give a fuck. Some people were like, hey, Dusty, why don't you use your show to find yourself a girlfriend? And what are the main reasons other than I don't give a shit? Like, I'm fine alone and it's a hassle and I don't want to date. It's a living nightmare to me to even think about it. Other than that, a big reason I don't do it is because I'm afraid a lot of women will message me and then I'll have to reject them. And it's hard being rejected, but it's also really hard rejecting people. And then I'll just feel bad about myself. So I just almost rather be a fucking lone than do that. Anyway, had a crush on Arden for a while. Yeah, she seems cool. I'm asexual. Aces in the house for the win. Hell yeah. I'm all about it. All right, guys, get your super chats in. I'm going to do a couple more sections. The next one is, what the fuck? Let's do it. What the fuck? Exclamation points, question marks. I have questions. I have exclamations. I have all of it, folks, for tonight's what the fuck. And first off, here in Mississippi, hey, if you ran a child care service, and then at your daycare, some of the little kids who were 2-year-olds were being bad, how would you punish them? Well, you might say, just sit them down, give them a talking to. No. If you're in Mississippi, the best way to handle it would be to put on a scream mask and walk up to them and scare them. Yeah, that's not traumatizing at all. Let's have a look at this.
Authorities looking into a disturbing incident caught on camera at a Mississippi daycare center. Young children scared and brought to tears by a worker wearing a scary Halloween mask. ABC's Faith Abube has more.
This morning, police and the Mississippi Department of Health were investigating these disturbing videos. A daycare worker in a spooky Halloween mask screaming at and appearing to intentionally scare young children. In one clip, an employee appears to be telling the woman in the mask which 2- and 3-year-olds have been bad.
Are you being bad?
This clearly terrifying the 2-year-old being chased and grabbed. His mother, Caitlin, saying he hasn't been quite the same since.
It's hard as a parent to console something that's happening in their mind and in their brain. It's not something you can physically help with.
Keegan and Alyssa Ray's 2.5-year-old daughter, Rain, was also in one of the classrooms.
We've never seen that type of fear in our daughter's eyes, or never have I ever felt that type of fear.
What's going on
the parents asking us to show her face, saying they want people to see what their daughter has gone through.
I want them to see the terror on her face, because that is what I see every night.
The owner of the school says she wasn't aware that this was happening and that the behavior isn't tolerated. 4 employees have been fired. Parents tell us one of them is the person behind the camera who says this sort of thing has happened before and she decided to film it.
Like, I was just filming it to help out. I'm not part of the bad crew. Yeah, I don't believe you. You got caught and you got fired, but it's okay. Like, it's just a job. You won't have any trouble finding another job, I'm sure, doing the same exact things. Like cops, they'll just move you around another daycare. It's fine. And then, meanwhile, at the NFL, okay. First off, dude got a killer ass. Holy shit, look at that dumper. Now, I'm not gay. But anyway, I'm guessing he's rubbing one out. And by one, I mean like a cramp or something. A cramp, probably a cramp. That's what I would say. But hey, maybe he's just stressed out before the game and he needs a little relief, and you do what you gotta do. If you're working for their million-dollar machines, basically, multi-million-dollar machines, you gotta keep them in peak working order. That's all I know. And so nicely done. I like that. And then on What the Fuck? Yeah, did you guys see this? And apparently they had the TwitchCon, which is a thing. I guess all the people that play games for money. Wish I was one of you. I'm so fucking jealous, god damn it. No one want to watch me play fucking video games. Only 10 people show up. And I understand, because it's boring as fuck. I don't know why anybody would ever watch anybody else play a fucking video game. It's like sports. Why would you watch anybody else play sports? If you don't play yourself, cool. But watching other people, but games are even more boring somehow. Anyway, but they have a convention that people go to meet all their favorite streamers. I don't know. Anyway, apparently this is one of them, and someone had to explain to me what's going on. I assume that she must treat her fans like shit, because they all want to be stood on her or stood on by her and have a picture taken. Stepping, what does the sign say? Stepping on you. Why is it covered up? Why would you have a fucking sign that's covered up? Anyway, and then you're like, oh, I wish there was more of this. That's what if I had 3 wishes to a genie, one of them would be more of that, please. Here you go. Your wish is my command. So there's some Asian dudes like, what up, baby? Sign my thing. And she's like, sure, my tight pants, I'll sign the fuck out of your thing. And good to meet you. And then he's like, oh, one more thing, would you step on me, please? And it's like, first let's take a normal picture before I step on you. And then she steps on him. Like, yay! Step. Ooh, he got his butt all the way up. Holy shit, he ready for it. He ready to be pegged. That dude. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, but now I suddenly want to go to TwitchCon and step on people. I don't want to be stepped on, mind you. I want you to do the stepping, because that seems hot. I want little booties up in the air, ready for my boot. And then, you guys know who Adriana Chechik is? Me either, but apparently she is a Twitch streamer. I don't know why people tune into her Twitch stream. I can't put my finger on it. There has to be some reason people like this woman. Don't know. Not sure. Anyway, I got to get rid of that for the porn. Was there porn on there? Did I just show porn on accident? No, I didn't. I didn't show. Shut the fuck up. You didn't see anything. Anyway, apparently, she was in the foam pit at the TwitchCon, and I guess Twitch don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're like, let's just cheap out on the foam pit. Let's not really make it very foamy. And so she's like, yay! And then she did this, and then she broke her back. Yeah.
Great victory there.
She's like, yeah, I'm good, but she's like, no, I'm not good actually. Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
And she's like, no. And so now they gotta put like a rod in her spine to fix her back. So yeah, Twitch is gonna get sued. Apparently several people got hurt in the the foam pit. Yeah, get her out of the pit. This guy's slowly just moving one little foam at a time. Yeah, that'll do it, dude. She's definitely going to be taken out of there that way. You're nailing it. Anyway, she's going to be even richer because she's going to sue the shit out of Twitch and make some bucks. They got 10 million views. Holy crap. That's a lot. And then one last one on the what the fuck. So did you guys hear about actor Ray Buffer? Sure you did. So apparently he got caught in a comic book store stealing comic books. Here he is. He's just right there, and he's like, ooh, look, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman. Oh, what's happening? What? Ooh, yeah, you shoving a comic book under your shirt and down your pants there a little bit, dude. Yeah, why you doing that? Man, you must really love fucking comic books. That's all I know. I ain't never seen no fucking buddy love comic books that much. And then I'm like all of you. I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, Ray Buffer? So then I Google him, and he was in Bullet Train. Like he was in I saw that movie, Brad Pitt, Old School, I saw that one. Get Shorty, I saw that one. Okay, I didn't see any of the rest of them, but like I seen a bunch of fucking movies this guy was in, and then somehow, I still have never seen this guy in my entire fucking life. How I seen movies you've been in, and I ain't never seen you in my entire life. That's how unrecognizable you are. You so unremarkable that I know you now from stealing comic books and not the movie you was in with Brad Pitt. So, oh no, like maybe not going well for him, but you might want to steal like food or something valuable. Oh, is he a security guard or is this a role? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, folks. Anyway, don't steal comic books because that's embarrassing. And that's my what the fuck, Ray Buffer. I'm sure you didn't enjoy it, but whatever. Perfect Spy, what the fuck? Never heard of him. Me either. Cat loves booba. All the cats love boobas. You know how that is. They nasty as their daddy is. Whoa, holy crap. I know, right? Flying boobies. Next time, jump into a crowd. Anything better than that foam pit, apparently. Hot stuff. Can I give you 2 reasons? Shh. Are they big reasons? Bet they are. Perfect 10 physically. She all right. She's fine if you like that type. Which I do. And next, folks, my favorite segment on the whole show. Beyond Parody. Nailed it. And first off, on tonight's Beyond Parody, love it. Apparently, Logan Paul now is claiming that the NFT he purchased for $623 is now worth $10. And I think we can all agree with, ha ha. Oh, what's that? You spent a bunch of money on nothing and you try to build it up and make it seem like it was all cool so other idiots would buy it from you and pay you more than your dumbass paid for it. Well, sucks to be you. And what you're thinking, you're like, what was the picture he paid $623,000 for? This one, folks. This one. This is how fucking ridiculous this people are. Just this generic, there's 10,000 exactly like it. This nothing that you can right click, save image as, and have the exact same thing he paid for. $623,000. And last time we talked about this, I told you guys, remember this picture? Yeah, I paid $100, and that was including a large tip for an animated version of this picture. And it's like even a picture of me, sort of. It's like some version of me, some better version of me, but like that's just generic shit that computer generated. $100 for like a customized piece of artwork directly for me, as opposed to $623,000 for nothing. For this fucking bullshit. So, good. You guys know me. NFT to zero. That's my slogan. Tesla to zero. NFT to zero. Fuck all that. Ha ha. And then, did you guys hear about William Shatner? Apparently he came out this week, and I guess he got a new book coming out, and he's trying to advertise it. And so he's talking about some of the things he's in his book. And one of the things he's talking about is how depressed he was when he went to space. He thought he was going to be all happy and it was going to be badass and shit. It turned out to be not dope. He said, I had thought that going into space would be the ultimate catharsis of that connection I had been looking for between all living things. That being up there would be the next beautiful step to understanding the harmony of the universe. I discovered that this beauty isn't out there. It's down here with all of us. Leaving that behind made my connection to our own tiny planet even more profound. It was among the strongest feelings of grief I ever have encountered. The contrast between the vicious coldness of space and the warm nurturing of Earth below filled me with overwhelming sadness. The 91-year-old went on divulging. Every day we are confronted with the knowledge of further destruction of Earth at our hands. Little bone to pick with you. You're a conservative and you're literally helping fuel all of this and doing absolutely nothing to stop it. In fact, you're using your platform to continuously shill for politicians that will continue to destroy the earth while you gleefully spend your millions and don't help do anything about it. So might want to look into the mirror, Bill. But anyway, the extinction of animal species, of flora and fauna, things that Donald Trump is helping accelerate, which you are also helping accelerate, things that took 5 billion years to evolve, and suddenly we will never see them again because of the interference of mankind. It filled me with dread. I smoked some weed, dude. But anyway, this is not the Beyond Parody part. This is the setup to the Beyond Parody part. So the Beyond Parody part was, after he released this, the footage of him trying to tell this exact same story to Jeff Bezos went viral. So right after they landed, he's basically trying to explain to Jeff Bezos exactly what I just read you. And Jeff Bezos could not give a shit less, okay? Jeff Bezos is just trying to politely listen to him, but you can tell he doesn't want to hear it, and he's trying to actually be involved in the other group chat, and you can tell he kind of blows William Shatner off, because William Shatner was just there for photo ops. You know, Jeff Bezos don't care about William Shatner. He just like, ooh, we'll have Captain Kirk come on our first space voyage with us, and that'll be excellent advertisement, free advertisement everywhere talking about that. So basically you were just used for advertisement at photo op, and he don't care about you. But anyway, here's him trying to explain that's to Jeff Bezos, and then Jeff Bezos blowing it off, and the look in his face is just sad and also uncomfortable. You can see his spirit leaving his body. Let's have a look.
Not only is it different than what you thought,
it is very quiet because that's just how the audio is. I can't make it any louder than it is because that's just the way it is. But it don't matter. He's explaining exactly what I just read to you to Jeff Bezos, and all you have to do is read their body language and see how they're reacting to understand what's going on.
you know what the impression I had that I never expected to have is you're shooting up. And this new guy.
He's ignoring him. I don't want to hear what you have to say, old man. I want to be involved in this champagne showers. And William Shatner's like, damn, dude. Trying to tell you something special and meaningful to me. Jeff Bezos like, Jeff Bezos don't care. I'm the richest motherfucker on earth. Celebrate. Holiday. And poor William. And Jeff Bezos like, all right, pat on the shoulder. What were you saying? And they're like, ha ha, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Get the fuck up, Bill.
Smiles all around. William Shatner taking in the moment clearly.
Here, let me give you a hug since you look dejected, William Shatner, and you should be. Richard in the world don't give a fuck. And then on Beyond Parody, folks. Oh yeah, apparently Russia just put out a new ad, a piece of propaganda to make fun of the U.S. This is how they're pushing the war, folks. They're trying to make you think that Ukrainians are basically fighting for America. We're basically having a proxy war, which we sort of are. That's sort of true. With Ukraine, and the whole point of this is to take over Russia, which is not. We don't want Russia. You can keep it. No thanks to all that bullshit. But anyway, the whole point is us to take over Russia so we can turn it into a nightmarish dystopian America, like this points out. How long have I wanted to do this? You are flying to America? Yes, we are moving here. America is the freest country in the world. Land of opportunity. Are you with your husband? Yes, we are together. Here, will he come? And here's my husband. Get acquainted. And her husband is a woman who just farted. And she's like, what's up? And they're like, ooh, what? That's a woman. And then they're smelling something. Sorry, mister. Passenger behind you are vegetarians. They have discomfort because you eat meat. But we don't force them to eat it. Sorry, but in the U.S. it is customary to adhere to the principles of democracy. Let me take it from you. Yeah, because you know how Americans are not allowed to eat meat? You know how we never fucking eat meat in this country? We're basically all vegetarian. True story. Hey there's a line to the toilet. And the black guy, I tell you, get in line to the toilet. And the black guy's like, I want to go to the toilet. And then the stewardess is like, I'm sorry, mister, what happened here? Yes, here's a guy jumping in line here. And so what? You don't want him to skip it ahead of you? Question mark. Yeah. I am sure you need to skip in front of you. We will wait. So basically they're giving special preference to the black guy. You know how we do in this country where we give everything to black folks. Basically black folks got it made and it's the white folks that are all oppressed and shit. It's just like a hunky-dory for the blacks. But the whites, it's hell on earth. His people endured the oppression of white people for many years. That's true, they did do that. We owe all African Americans a debt. And then they're like bowing down. Forgive us, sir. We're so sorry. And they're bowing down to the black guy and even the white woman. And they're like, oh my God, we gotta bow down to the black person because it's peer pressure. And the black guy's like, yeah, bow, motherfuckers, bow. Slavery, bitch. Yeah, and then he goes to the bathroom. He like walks in there and he's like, yeah, I got a big dick. And they're like, can you move to the front side of the plane? And they're like, only I am? Like, no, all three of you motherfuckers, get up, move. And they're like, why? They're like, there's a couple behind you. They're child free. That's right. You know, in this country, you got to give up your seats. People don't have children. We definitely don't give any special treatment to the children in this country, do we? Nope. The fact is that your son gets into their field of vision and makes them uncomfortable. And then they're like, oh God. Forgive me, Mother Russia, we're coming back, they said as they jump out of the plane with what appears to be life vest? I don't know. Like, I think you guys are going to die. That's not really a parachute and not going to stop the terminal velocity. So anyway, nailed it. But like I told you guys last week, basically Russia has turned into MAGA. They are trying to put stuff like this out to appeal to Donald Trump voters, to MAGA voters, in order to first of all, they're trying to get Trump back in office, obviously, because they know that when Trump gets back in office, he'll immediately stop supporting the Ukrainians and the Ukrainian war, and Russia will be able to just go in and murder and kill and take all their land. They know that's exactly what's going to happen, so they're pushing for him. And they're trying to make Americans back them in the war, and so they're just strictly trying to appeal to the dipshit, racist, ignorant MAGA voters. Transparent, that's what it fucking is. But you know, it's probably working. We know for a fact that they are absolutely winning over hearts and minds with MAGA voters who love them. We're going to show you later where this woman at the latest Trump rally talks about how amazing Putin is. So the propaganda is not just for their own people, but for the American people. And it's very, very effective because it's a fucking trash world. But then, on Beyond Parody, the Good Liars! Go subscribe to the Good Liars. They're back. And they're amazing. And this guy is the definition of slinking away. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He knows once he starts talking, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So he has to kind of slink away to try to save himself some dignity. But too late, fucko.
You're saying they cheated Donald Trump out of the election?
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people know that.
Well, what was their reasoning, their evidence?
Well, it took a month, for one thing, to elect Biden in there. They had a whole month to cheat or whatever they did. It's supposed to be a one-day election. What's this, a month? They used
well, they said that he won just a few days later after they counted in all the ballots.
I don't feel they did.
They didn't?
I feel he got cheated.
I don't have any evidence, but that's the way I feel. Oh, if only there was something I could say about your feelings. Oh, yeah, fuck your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings? Is that what you guys continuously tell us? Oh, no, it's good for the goose and all that bullshit. And then, What is today's date? It's the 10th. And did you guys know that we're all zombies now? Of course you did. Brains. I love it. Sovereign Citizen says, breaking. High up biologists. Yeah, you know how biologists have rankings. And there's like the UFC. They have like the top 10 list. And he was the highest ranking one. He's way up there on the list. A high ranking biologist who is a good, honest mate. He wouldn't lie of mine. This person really exists. Has confirmed that the toxins present in the mRNA poison COVID vaccine are set to be activated on October 10th. Oh my God, that's today. Please join me in praying for those who took the clot shot, despite the fact they ignored us. Why do we ignore them? And now I'm a zombie. I have to eat my cats. But I'll wait till after the show, I guess. I don't know. I feel pretty good, though, to be honest with you. Thank you, clot shot. And then, speaking of complete fucking morons, you can't ever get a more beyond parody than Marjorie Trader Green, who has thoughts about wind turbines.
Guess what? He's not propping up American oil and gas. No, he thinks wind turbines are the way to go. I mean, what's he going to do when it's not a windy day? Is he going to stand out there and blow hot air at all the wind turbines?
No, we have methods of collecting that energy, like battery banks and other methods that we can then distribute that energy out at other times of day, like it was solar power, and is already built into the electrical grid that we currently use. So she has to know this. You think she knows this? Do you think she's just trying to play upon the ignorance of her audience? Or do you think she really is this dumb? I'm on the fence about it.
Because that's basically what he does. It's not going to deliver the energy that we need. Solar's not there yet either.
Yeah, well, that's why we want to invest into it till it is there and slowly get off the oil standard for the betterment of the entire world. You know, good stuff. This is the same woman, though. Gonna go out there and call John Fetterman stupid.
Oh my gosh, I would love to take back the Senate. I really would. And I'll tell you all why it's so important. Well, first off, John Fetterman should lose. I mean, let's be real about John Fetterman. I don't even know what this man is. He's like a condor with a wingspan that's like gigantic. But he also thinks like one. His brain is like this small.
Imagine Marjorie Trader Green saying somebody's brain is this small. Like, holy shit, no self-awareness. Beyond parody. And one more on Beyond Parody, folks. And Bridget Gabriel wants us all to know that the left hates President Trump because we're just jealous of his powerful voice and intimidated by his masculinity. Isn't that right, folks? Aren't we so intimidated by his incredible masculinity? I do think this might be Photoshopped, but this isn't. This one's real, folks. Oh, look at this. Peak physical specimen. You know who else I'm intimidated by because they're so masculine? Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham just so masculine. They put all the most masculine people in office. And also Ron DeSantis, super masculine Ron DeSantis. So Republicans, don't they know how to put in the most manly man who ever existed? Sure they do. Definitely. They're not clowns in every fucking possible way. And that is my Beyond Parody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Folks, get your super chats in. Gotta read all the super chats at halftime. I got one more section and then we do the super chat. So get them in. Don't make E feel like he's all by himself. And all right, I was gonna read the dirty sexy pulls. What you guys gotta say? Boom. Yeah, the fat fuck. Definitely, he is not in very good shape. I don't want to fat shame because I never do that. But Donald Trump, not a great physical specimen. MTG is smart enough, I guess, to manipulate MAGA people, but dumb enough not to understand intellectual concepts. All right, I can believe that for sure. I think she's doing Bo Dusty. Probably. I'm on board with that. Trump, super fragile snowflake. I know, right? It's like a tongue twister. Super fragile snowflake, expialidocious. Can't pay you money today. Well, then fuck you, Cupid lover. No forgiveness. God damn it. I'm going to starve to death. My cat's going to die because of you, Kubrick. Hope you're happy. And now, time for some Trash World. The Trash World. The Trash World. The dumpster fire is hell is Trash World. The Trash World. Kanye hating on all of the Jews. Trash World. Trash World. First off, on tonight's Trash World, okay, so you guys remember for the last few days, Fox News been sucking those Kanye nuts. You know, they're always like, rappers are evil, rappers are fucking up the world, celebrities, just shut up and sing. Just shut the fuck up and sing. Nobody wants to hear your opinion. Why you gotta make everything political? But then one celebrity says stuff they like, and they're like, oh my God, he's the smartest person that ever lived. We love Kanye, even though Kanye's clearly incredibly mentally ill and not intelligent. I think he admitted last week that he's pretty much illiterate, never read a book. But anyway, let's watch them suck his dick.
I was blown away by Kanye West. I really was.
It was fascinating. This was an unvarnished, authentic.
We've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes.
Kanye West is wise. He's unique, and certainly he's fearless.
He's a very important voice. There's such authenticity to that it just makes me want to hear more.
Speaking truth to power, calling things out, and Kanye West does that.
He speaks truth to power.
He is one smart guy.
So smart.
Is Kanye trying to be a force for good? Absolutely.
Absolutely, force for good.
He is.
Very special intellectual renaissance. When you consider like people like Tucker or Kanye.
Kanye's genius. I'm going to make an analogy. Kunta Kinte and Roos. They got him out on a tree and they're whipping him. What's your name? And they want him to say left-wing liberal. Kanye West refuses to live in that box.
I mean, you can't help but like him because he is not apologetic.
Yeah. Have I reached Alex Jones territory yet?
No, I think you're telling the truth.
Okay.
And that's okay if you do.
I think he's dead on this one.
I know for me, it just made me think, man, we could reach so many more people with this powerful movement that believes in freedom.
I know that what I'm listening to is unique and interesting.
If Kanye West believes it, imagine how many more people out there maybe aren't talking about it, but would like to. Ye West threatening to go to war with Jewish people on Twitter.
He appears to imply Diddy, a fellow rapper, was controlled by the Jews on Instagram.
Yeah, the next thing you know, Kanye complaining about Diddy being controlled by Jews on the internet, and then put out this statement. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going to DEFCON 3. Oh my God. First off, it's DEFCON 3. Secondly, DEFCON 3 is like a lower threat level than DEFCON 1. But Kanye, the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. These people, such a genius, so smart, so genuine, just good God. Anyway, the funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic. Oh, really? Because black people are actually Jew. Also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone whoever opposes your agenda. So, first off, if black folks are Jews, then is he going to go DEFCON 3 on black people? And when he says, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda, are you talking about black people? Or are you talking about Jews? It's hard to follow since you said black people are Jews. Don't know. I'm pretty sure, though, he's talking about the Jews. The Jews. It's always the Jews. Hilarious. And what's funny is this was 12 hours after Elon welcomed him back to Twitter. Welcome back to Twitter, my friend. Yeah, you just got banned on Instagram for being anti-Semitic. Welcome back. And then he immediately goes all anti-Jew, which is hilarious. This is going to be a great case study to see how Elon Musk handles this type of thing when he becomes the owner of Twitter, which is going to happen in the next couple months. Are you just going to let this go? Are you going to let anti-Semitism on there? What you going to do, Elon? Probably. But it'll be funny to watch him get shit on continuously for letting this shit fly. Let's see how he responds to it. And then, little Benny Shapiro. I guess he should have probably thought about what he was saying before he said it. Here he is, sucking Kanye's nuts.
Frankly, Kanye sounds much more sane than virtually everybody else in public life.
That's right. Kanye, much more sane than everybody else in public life, you know. And I should know a thing about being insane because I'm completely out of my fucking mind with this little chin pube beard. So, Kanye, smartest dude ever. Might want to rethink that, little Benny. And, the fuck was that? And then, oh, I see here, I am all wrong, apparently. This is one of Kanye West's fans. Somebody come in my fucking room. I don't think so. Nobody else in this house. If somebody came in this room about to be killed, y'all. Hopefully that's not true. Anyway, apparently one of Kanye's fans defending him, and let's see what their defense of him is. Kanye isn't anti-Semitic. Oh, okay. Why not? Y'all probably think he's just using a ton of verbiage. You'll quick disregard because you don't understand what he meant. Okay, what did he mean? He's attempted to reveal the nasty hidden truth behind what the Jews are all about. Oh, really? But many people don't want to hear. Oh, okay, I'm glad you explained that. He's not being anti-Semitic. He just hates evil Jews. All right, makes sense from Kanye fans. And then Candace Owens, of course, who's been sucking Kanye's balls all week, just appeared in public with Kanye wearing White Lives Matter shirts. I mean, we all saw this coming. Kanye doubling down on white supremacy, doubling down on how much he loves Donald Trump. So obviously, he's also anti-Semitic. But Candace can't admit that. She has to also double, triple, quadruple down and pretend like he is not being anti-Semitic. And the only thing she can do to make her case is play dumb. Pretend like she has no idea the historical context of his comments, has no idea what he's actually saying here. So watch her play dumb and be incredibly insulting to all of us.
That was the tweets.
Uh-huh.
And people subsequently demanded that the tweet be taken down for anti-Semitism. Now, if you are an honest person...
Okay, stop. You are not an honest person. Nothing you're about to say is honest, so hypocrisy.
You did not think this tweet was anti-Semitic. You did not think that he wrote this tweet because he hates or wants to genocide Jewish people.
Okay, I don't think he wrote it because he wants to hate or genocide Jews. I think he did it for the same reason he wore the White Lives Matter shirt, for the same reason he's saying he loves Donald Trump. He is desperate for attention. People want to just wave this away as he's mentally ill, but no, Kanye is a complete narcissist who will literally do fucking anything to make money. Anything. He's a billionaire already, but it's not enough for him. Yes, that is some kind of mental illness. It's like hoarding, but you can't just wave this away because he's mentally ill. He's literally just so fucking shameless, just like Donald Trump is. It's one of the things he loves about Donald Trump. And he will say anything to get attention. And yeah, we're giving it to him. He thinks even negative attention is positive attention. That's the only reason he's doing this. But go ahead and continue.
Does not represent the beginning of the Holocaust. That's if you're an honest person, you'll admit that. You will admit that.
Okay.
Right? If you're an honest person, when you read this tweet, you had no idea what the hell he was talking about.
No, I knew exactly what he's talking about. This is very normal, very common in all white supremacy groups. This is the same gibberish we've heard from anti-Semites for 100 years, right?
I had no idea
Bullshit.
when I read this tweet what the hell he was talking about.
Yes, you did. That's so stupid.
This tweet inspired questions, not answers. First and foremost, what is DEFCON 3?
It's DEFCON 3. He's just a fucking idiot that doesn't know what he's talking about. He's literally illiterate. Never read a book in his life.
Did he mean DEFCON 3?
Yes, obviously.
Which would be a military defense position, not an offense, for those of you that are
He doesn't know that, though. He thinks DEFCON 3 is higher than DEFCON 1. He clearly has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He thinks DEFCON 3 or DEFCON 3 is some kind of military violent forward action. Obviously, that's what he meant there.
A military defense position? Is he tweeting this because he's reading the Newsweek headline calling him an anti-Semitic? Is he angry because he can't believe that he's not free to talk about people in his life who happen to be Jewish?
Oh, he's free to talk about whatever he wants to. And he's also free to have all of us tell him exactly what a piece of shit he is. He's not free from the consequence of his actions and words. No one is.
Right? Without being accused of anti-Semitism? Is he saying, I'm not going to shut up and I'm going to keep tweeting and I'm going to keep calling these people out, referring to his friends that he feels slighted by? Is he talking about Jared Kushner and Josh Kushner? If you're a liar, you'll say, I know I was scared, Candace. I actually thought that Kanye West was going to launch a military strike in Israel.
Oh, God. What a straw man. Like, literally nobody thinks that. Everybody thinks he's just putting out the same kind of anti-Semitic drivel to get attention. But this is also very harmful because the same exact narratives have been used to demonize, hurt, murder Jews. So it adds to a narrative and an atmosphere that actually does make Jewish people less safe. Obviously, that's what the fuck's going on. But continue to play stupid, please.
That's the reaction. Like when I woke up and I looked at the headlines, the reaction was like Kanye West had gotten together a military strike and it was going to go forward in the morning time in Israel. That was the reaction that was met with this tweet. Now, once again, I want to make this very clear. This is not a defense of his tweet.
It is.
This is an open question.
It's about as much of a defense of the goddamn tweet as you could possibly get, you fucking lying bitch.
Which never seems to happen anymore. It's like you cannot even say the word Jewish without people getting upset.
Jewish, 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 Jews, the Jews. You guys upset with me? You're not. Shocking.
In the same way that you're not allowed to say black anymore. In the same way that if you talk about the struggles of black Americans and you talk about the people in black America, like Patrisse Cullors, the founder of Black Lives Matter, who are harnessing.
Just completely fucking ridiculous bullshit. Conservatives, the dumbest people on earth that believe anything. Frustrating, but what you gonna do? At least they're fun to make fun of. And then life comes at you fast. First off, Jamil Giovanni's like, Kanye West and Danielle Smith defeat cancel culture. That's right. They defeated cancel culture, which is not actually a real thing, so it's pretty easy to defeat. But they tried to cancel them, and they defeated it. And then the next thing you know, 2 days later, Kanye West must repent for anti-Semitism. Oh, are you trying to cancel Kanye now? He's gonna defeat you. Might want to think about what you're saying next time. And then Fox sort of does some awkward about face. They ain't really talking about it much, as they sucked his dick so much. But now they're just like, at first, I just played it for you. He's a genius. He's one of the smartest people ever. He is so great. He is just, oh my God, how amazing is this man? And now they're like, he's mentally ill, y'all. He's just fucking mentally ill. That's what's going on here. Nothing to see here. Is this the clip?
The tweet in question has been deleted. The suspension from Twitter comes after West was knocked off of Instagram on Friday because he was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt again over the weekend. Dagan, I mean, the White Lives Matter shirt, I don't have a problem with, but what is this? What is this tweet?
Kanye West. This is the New York Post is reporting, and I'll just read the headline. Friends are certain that Kanye West is in the middle of a psychiatric episode.
Yeah, I mean, the White Lives Matter shirt was fine, but he's psychiatric. He's crazy, y'all. Suddenly he's nuts. We love him. He's a genius. He's the best guy ever. Everybody should listen to him, but also he's crazy. Believe all the sides we're saying at the same time. You kind of have to. You're a Fox News viewer. Whatever they say goes. And of course, a lot of Jewish celebrities spoke out against him. Jamie Lee Curtis, Sarah Silverman, Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance, and more respond to Kanye West's removed tweet, "Your words hurt and incite violence." The holiest day in Judaism was last week. Fuck Judaism. I ain't trying to be anti-Semitic. I don't think Jews run everything. They're evil people, but all religions suck. Words matter. A threat to Jewish people ended once in a genocide. Your words hurt and incite violence. You are a father. Please stop. But he doesn't care about you. Doesn't care about that. Doesn't care about black people. Kanye West does not care about black people. He's become the exact opposite of what he ever claimed to hate. But the entire time, even when he was saying George Bush doesn't care about black people, he was only doing that to get attention for himself, because that's what he is. He's a shameless grifter and con man, and he's a billionaire. So that's what this country continues to reward. So I guess don't hate the player, hate the game, but I hate you both. Sarah Silverman says, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter. He did. And it's not even trending. It was trending. You're wrong, Sarah Silverman. Why do mostly only Jews speak out against Jewish hate? The silence is so loud. None of this is true. We're speaking out against it, Sarah Silverman. I understand the frustration, but let's see what Michael Rappaport has to say about it.
Kanye West. What are you talking about, DEFCON 1?
He said DEFCON 3.
2. See, Jews, we know about DEFCON 3, DEFCON 4. You're not doing DEFCON anything. With the Jews, we know about that. DEFCON 5, 6 million. We know all about that.
DEFCON 1's
You're working on the design for the new Yeezy Jewish space lasers. You're on some Marjorie Taylor Greene, Charlottesville. The Jews will not replace us. I defended you. Prick, you dusty prick. You look dusty. That's never going to be fashionably acceptable.
Dusty's cool.
Get the dust out of your beard.
Fuck
Take
you.
a shower, okay? I don't care what you're on or what you're not on. Take a shower. I was there. I defended you when Pistol Pete Davidson was sugar dicking your wife. But this...
Why'd you defend him?
This is unacceptable, okay? You
Everybody's a little sugar dick.
And you're not going to be president. I know you think you're going to manifest things. You're never. I'm going to be the one to tell you to break the heart of your dream. You're never going to be president, you prick you.
I don't think he's going to believe you, dude. He doesn't actually believe he's going to be president anyway. He just says whatever he thinks he needs to say to get attention. And it works because we're giving it to him. So kudos to Kanye for getting us to report on him. And did you guys hear about the Ukraine? The Crimean bridge got destroyed. Let's have a look. Now, I'm guessing it was this truck right here. I'm guessing it was a truck bomb because it looks like it happens right around here. And rest in peace to this car following along next to it. Because the next thing you know, boom goes the dynamite, and yep, boom, and here's some more footage of it from underneath. Boom, blew the shit out of that. So, for those of you who don't know, the Crimea Bridge is a bridge that they built when they annexed Crimea illegally, and they built a bridge from Russia to Crimea. It's like the main way they get goods and services from Russia to Crimea, and they're transporting troops and material for the war to the front lines in Crimea through this bridge. So they bombed it, which is good. Cool. Bombed the shit out of that. Part of it collapsed. A train next to it got set on fire. Unfortunately, apparently, one part of it still seems to be working, and the railway part of it seems to be working. So they basically are just continuously using it now again, even after the second day. But it doesn't stop the Russian propaganda bots from putting out bullshit. Here there are less than 24 hours after the terrorist attacks on Crimea Bridge. Traffic resumes. Train cars on the move. Full traffic restoration to take very short a while, but they're showing footage from 2016. You know there's a date on this, right? Busted. But I mean, it is unfortunately still working to some degree. Needs another bomb there. Get on it, Ukraine. And Putin mad. He not too happy about it, so they just decided to indiscriminately bomb the capital of Ukraine today, killing innocent women and children, of course, and men. Not to lessen innocent men, but yep, they're just bombing the shit out of everything now in retaliation. I guess he feels like he can't win the war, so he's just going to destroy the fucking place. A Russian missile basically hit in the middle of this BBC interview.
That a residential area of the city of Zaporizhia, a major city in the south of the country, very close to the front lines, was hit. More than a dozen. So.
It's like, yeah, duck, motherfucker, duck. Yeah, that sounds bad.
Okay, Hugo.
Okay, Hugo. Yes, Hugo had a missile launched at him, and now Hugo got to duck and cover. Thank you, Hugo, for staying over there and being in danger. Let me cover this. We'll come back to you later, Hugo, if you're still alive. And Boris Trump went out there and blamed America for this. Blamed Biden, because of course he did. Former President Donald Trump blamed the United States for almost forcing Russian President Vladimir Putin to invade Ukraine. Isn't it our fault? Sure. Trump remarks came as Russia continued to stall in their struggling special military operation ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin more than 7 months earlier on February. The ex-president has been critical of how President Biden, who he may run against in the 2024 presidential election, has handled diplomacy. They actually taunted him, Trump said. Our country and our so-called leadership taunted Putin. I said, you know, we're almost forcing him to go in with what they're saying. The rhetoric was so dumb. What do we say that was taunting him? Nothing. He's just making this up. Siding with Putin. That's what they fucking do, of course. But, of course, the Russian propaganda networks immediately went public and used Donald Trump's words and Elon Musk's words to further support their illegal terroristic war in the Ukraine. Biden's willing us to walk down the path of peace. Yeah, it's Biden not walking the path of peace. Props United States. Elon Musk warned that the probably nuclear war was in the rising rapid. Yeah, Elon and Trump are both the new poster children for the terrorist Russian war. From Secretary of State Mike Pompeo called Biden statements about blah, 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 get to the Trump part. Yeah, it's Biden who's so reckless, calling your warmongering asses out. Oh yeah, of course, Donald Trump, the former American president, openly said that Washington's action forced Putin to start Russian special operation in Ukraine and demanded an immediate start of negotiations. So I love all the people that are continuously saying, oh, Russia didn't interfere in our elections. Yeah, I mean, sure they didn't. And I'm definitely sure they're not going to now. They're not trying to now. I mean, they know if they get Trump back in there, he's going to stop aid in Ukraine. He's going to assist them in every way. So why would they interfere in our elections? to win their war. That doesn't seem logical or reasonable. And you guys remember when the Dixie Chicks were canceled for mildly criticizing George Bush during a war. Now the guy they want to be president, literally blaming America, the American president, for a war. And they want to make this guy president. See the difference? You see how their words don't mean fucking anything? Their actions don't mean anything? They do exactly the opposite of what they bitch and complain about anybody on the left doing? Just hypocrites in every goddamn possible way. And speaking of hypocrites, Elon Musk, poster boy for the Dunning-Kruger effect, posted yesterday, I've been up all night trying to think of any possible way to de-escalate this war. Oh my God, Elon, shut the fuck up. You do know you're not president. You're nothing. You're just some rich dickhead who conned people into paying way too much for your fucking stock. You do know that, right? It's just ridiculous. Hey, how about you break off some of those billions for the Ukraine to help them end this war faster? How about that, Elon? How about part with some bread? No, you didn't think about that? Hell no. And of course, he gets owned on his own future platform. Rachel says, why don't you call Zelensky a pedophile and ship him a submarine he didn't ask for? Oh, burn. Remember when he did that? When those kids were trapped in the cave and he called the guy who saved them, the hero, a pedophile, and offered to send this stupid submarine that wouldn't even fit to the goddamn cave canals that would save them. Remember that? Of course, he got found not guilty by a court of law, because rich people have a different set of rules. And I know this is kind of an older story, but he just now commented on it. Remember how Elon Musk's daughter, who is trans, disowned him? She recently had her last name changed from Musk because she doesn't want to be associated with him at all. Well, you might be thinking, hey, Elon is a smart guy. I'm sure he did lots of self-reflection. He looked inward and he realized that it was probably things that he did wrong. He wasn't a good enough father. He wasn't supportive enough. Maybe it's because of all the times he went public posting anti-trans things. Maybe it's because he's became a giant fucking chud and done nothing but embarrass himself by putting out Republican talking points and narratives. Maybe it's because he's pushing Russian propaganda that's propping up terrorist dictator Vladimir Putin. Maybe that's it. Nah. It's because the neo-Marxists, y'all. That's what it is. She went to college and she a communist now. It's not his fault at all. He did nothing wrong. The Tesla CEO told the Financial Times in an interview published Friday that his child's decision to distance herself from him has been influenced by neo-Marxists at educational institutions. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. He's gone full Jordan Peterson now. They have no arguments on their own. It's all just ridiculous fear-mongering blame game. And so it's just the same bullshit. It's neo-Marxist. It's... Oh, God damn it. Anyway, it's full-on communism and a general sentiment that if you're rich, you're evil. I mean, yeah. With all the people fucking suffering in this world, with how unbelievably vast the wealth inequality is in our society, you dickheads who are billionaires are a huge part of the problem. That's true. Musk, when he once said... Not specifically, would you guys shut the fuck up? Musk 51 said, not specifying which establishment he was referencing. Of course he doesn't. They never give any examples. It's just vagueness, vague posting. I'm not to blame. It's the kids who are out of touch. But no, motherfucker, you are to blame. And then he said, hey, the rest of my kids like me. You can't win them all, which is a great way to approach your kid disowning you. Hey, what you gonna do? It's only one of my kids. I'll get them next time. So, trash human Elon Musk doing what the trash humans do. And that is my trash world. What you guys got to say about that? Gonna read the super chats next up. He ate chuckle a minute. He's so funny. Super genius comedian Elon Musk. Just use the neo-Marxist communist crap over and over again. Yep. It's postmodernist. That's what he's going to say next time. It's the postmodernist. Shit that doesn't mean anything. And, folks, if you love my show, please consider becoming a patron. Patreon.com/podcast. There's a link in the description of this video. Help me out, like chipping $1 or $2. How you do it is you click on the description of this video. Shut up, Dusty. And right here, there's a link to where you can buy my book, Harrowing Tales of Woe, which will come out eventually. It's not vaporware. I promise you guys, I'm eventually going to finish it. God, get off my back, y'all. No, actually, I'm having trouble with one of the main sections. For some reason, the AI program I'm using has all the words I need banned. It's such a pain in the fucking ass. And so I'm trying to, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to get. I'm gonna have to pay somebody to actually draw me a fucking picture. One time that actually humans are gonna be AI, are gonna beat out the AI because of the fucking censors and shit. Anyway, buy it. It's first edition, $20, autographed, cool. But anyway, and also there's a link in the description of the video to my Patreon. Please click on it and donate $1 or $2 a month to really help me out. I work hard and I would very much appreciate it. And now we're gonna read the super chats. Like button of the show, super chats. And 242 became a Dust Buddy. Hell yeah. Oh, Jason Ashby once again showing that socialism works. Get out 5 Dust Buddy memberships, and YouTube became a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month. And you get these customized emojis like what the fuck, Chud watch, eat the rich, fuck your god, a whole bunch of them down here. And you can be one of the cool kids. You know you want to do it. Peer pressure. So become a Dust Buddy and support the show. And thank you, Jason Ashby. Hero once again to the show this week. Love you. And Danny Nernick, what did the Jews do to Ye? All kinds of stuff. The Jews always fucking with everybody's shit. We've always been very good to him. Oy vey. Shh. Don't lie. You know what you did to Kanye. And been here a minute. Where you been? I ain't seen you talk in a while. Missed Ian. He gave me $400. What a way. $420. What a fucking way to come back. Hero E. Almost shed a tear, man. I really thought something like, you didn't respond to my email, and I was like, man, I hope nothing happened to fucking E. I was like thinking about you, buddy. Not just because you give me money either. That helps. Don't get me wrong, it helps. But like even if you didn't give me a fucking penny, I'd still worry about you. And I didn't message you for that. I messaged you because I was worried about you. So good to see you tonight. My father passed away. I've been occupied, but I'm always here. All right, I'm sorry to hear that. Now I feel bad, but like I'm real happy that you're okay. So Hero E, everybody show E some love in the chat, please. Justin Ship, does ACAB literally mean every individual cop? Do you think there are any good ones at all? I think it mainly means the police system is corrupt, and if you're a part of it, you're kind of a bastard for being a part of it. You might be a nice cop. You might be sort of doing your job well. And I have met cops that I think doing a pretty good job approaching their job correctly, but to be a part of the system whatsoever kind of makes you part of the problem instead of standing against it. That's my opinion on it. Sending some love. What up, BH? Good to see you tonight. DC Days, thanks for the show, Dusty. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the greatest show in the history of mankind. You're amazing. Blazing Chronic, $10. Here you go, Dusty. If you're interested in a horror game for Halloween, play Dead Space 1. Thank you for an amazing show. All right, check it out. Thank you for the recommendation, Blazing Chronic. Parker Aguirre, nice. Good to know it's been 5 months now. Hell yeah. Taking my fucking time, yo. Oh, no, you're talking about how you've been a Dust Buddy for 5 months. Oh, cool. Been in there for a long call, almost since the beginning. Thank you, Parker. Jello Faro, Dusty, this is all I can get for a while. Hey, it all helps. Thank you. At least E is picking up the slack. One Life, Zero Gods. Thoughts about Dillahunty falling out the ACA? I covered that already, but I think there's probably blame on both sides, to be honest with you, in my opinion. I don't want your cats to die every Monday. Thank you. You make them live. Polly Pockets, you hero. Kathy H, 299. Thank you, Kathy H. Ben Davis, Kenny Owens is honest. I know it's opposite world. It's always bizarro land in America. Jimmy Spa for 1010. This is for bench peer activation. Nobody gets it better. Hey, thank you. Worked hard on it. Not really. I just made my voice really whiny and talk fast. Devious Devil, $5. Love you, Dusty Man. Hey, love you right back there, Devious Devil. And Rick Callie. Love you, Dusty. Still dropping for you and the kiddies. Woohoo. Thank you for supporting the show. You one of the good ones, Kia. And the rest of you, get your super chats in. Gotta read the rest of them at the end of the show. Still got plenty of show left. I said it was going to be a short show, and I'm only halfway through, so I always lie. Dusty, a horrible fucking liar. But let's do the Chud Watch. Kick it.
Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. Oh, we talk about chuds and then we make fun of them.
Yeah, a little southern twang on my Chud Watch tonight. Why not mix it up? And tonight's Chud Watch starts us off with The Blaze. And The Blaze, just like all other conservative outlets, just lie their fucking ass off. That's all they got, folks. All they got are lies because their policy positions are unpopular. They can't do anything but fucking lie. So, before I even read you what they say, let me hide what they say. Let me play the video so you guys can hear what Biden says for yourself.
We just won for the American people are going to be taken away. Every kitchen table cost is going to go up, not down. And I realize costs are going up on food, and I was able to bring gasoline down well over $1.60, but it's inching up because of what the Russians and the Saudis just did.
All right, what did he say? He said, I was able to bring gasoline down by $1.60, right? It was like, I don't know, 4 something or 5 something, that's 3. He brought the price down. So, of course, The Blaze lies. Biden, I was able to bring gasoline down below $1.60. But it's inching up because of what the Russians and the Saudis just did. And man, this is just another level of fucking lying. When you can actually post the video for people to watch over themselves and they can see for themselves that you are lying. But here's the thing. They know the vast majority of the people that read their Twitter aren't actually going to click on the video. They're not going to listen to it. They're just going to believe the lie. And they did. $1.60? Question mark. Where was it below $1.60? They just bought it hook, line, and sinker. Because they don't even have to tell the truth. They can even post the truth below their lie, and people will still fucking believe it. Because the truth doesn't matter. We're in a post-truth society now. That's how shit works. And another couple of Trump rallies this week. Apparently, one yesterday, one today, because why not? That's what we need in this world. More Trump rallies, and no expense was spared for the finest Trump venues. Yeah, don't you want to show up on a pile of fucking dirt and sit in folding chairs to watch Trump speak? Of course you do. Fancy as fuck there. Trumpies. And then this woman at the Trump rally wants you to know how much she loves Vladimir Putin, because all that propaganda that Putin is doing aimed at MAGA voters, it's working. Let's see what her take on it is.
With the Russia and the Ukraine conflict, what's your
my opinion? You know, I grew up in 40 years, you know, under the Russian thing, and I love Putin. I love Putin.
Shocker.
Putin is making the right, you know.
Poutine is delicious. I do have to admit, she's right about that.
Right, you know, what the American people is built over there. He wants to clean them out, you know. Clean them out, all the biochemical place, everything, and nuclear.
So basically, Russia had biochemical labs in the Ukraine. And yes, after they got Russia out of the Ukraine, they're trying to decommission the biochemical labs that Russia had. But now, suddenly, they're American biolabs. And that's why Russia's attacking, because Americans have biolabs there. It's always bizarre world.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk more about this, because
he's a good president, you know. Number two after President one. Number two. I love him.
I love him. Such a good murderous dictator. He kills a lot of people. Yes, he sends people to his death while he masturbates looking at himself in a mirror, but he's a really good guy, I promise. And here's one from the folks that continuously tell us not to indoctrinate the children. I'm sure this kid on his own was like, you know what I want to dress up like for the Trump rally? I want to dress up like a fake news correspondent, carry a camera that says F&M, and wear a thing around my neck that stands for fuck Joe Biden. Because, you know, they're really worried about children being introduced to things that are adult in nature and could be profane. They're so worried about it, aren't they? If a trans person did that, they'd be rioting in the streets. And they're so classy, too. Nothing creepy at all about putting 90-year-old Trump's face on the body of a hot young person and then wearing a shirt on your big fat gut. Super cool. Delicious. And then at the Trump rally, this gentleman is curious because now that he's a hardcore Trump fanatic and spends all his time going around to the Trump events, he doesn't have any friends anymore. How could this be?
Also lost a lot of friends because I'm a Trump fan. I don't understand it, but you know what? We're all in for him.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to pray for those people who cannot open their eyes and find out how great Trump is for this country. And Kerry Lake, and of course, you get the whole roster of some great conservative Republicans representing the state.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got your Second Amendment as well. I love that. God's gun, guts.
Had everything.
Yeah, look at you. And you know what? You got a cool haircut. I'm hoping.
Got that super cool Crypt Keeper hair. And how could this guy not just be bursting at the seams with friends? Why won't somebody be this guy's friend? I mean, don't you have new friends at the Trump rally in your new cult? Can't you even make friends at your new cult? That's sad, dude. And then this lady wants us to know that Trump is not a bully. He's so friendly, y'all. Isn't Trump friendly and nice?
I love him, and I think he's He's the kindest, gentlest man. He listens. He's not a bully like they try to, and he's mean, but he's absolutely, just look at his children. They don't smoke. They don't drink. President Trump, he did something right.
And literally, they're all on cocaine. Trump snorts Adderall out his fucking ass. What are you talking about? Like, even if they didn't do this, it wouldn't change the fact that Trump is one of the meanest, most thin-skinned, angry pieces of shit, bully on the fucking planet, insecure. Wouldn't change any of that fucking shit. But also, like, they're fucking cracked out of their brains. It's just, you can't even talk to these people. They live in a different reality than we do. It's pointless to even try. That's how disgusting this goddamn country is. And then but there's one guy that won't be voting for Trump. This winter apparently was a big Trump supporter and tried to go into the Trump rally, but since Trump was not supporting this particular candidate, he was not allowed in because unless you go 100% full lock, stock, and smoke and barrel along with whatever Donald Trump wants you to do, you're not allowed into the cult.
It sounds like you were just turned away from the event. Can you tell us about that?
We went in and they told me that my shirt was not candidate endorsed.
So you showed up to this Trump rally and essentially you got canceled because of the shirt you were wearing.
Simply because of the shirt, nothing but the shirt.
How do you feel about that?
I have a problem with it, and to me it's giving into the cancel culture.
Your teeth
and
gave
I
into cancel culture.
refuse to give into the cancel culture.
Will you vote Trump if he runs in 2024 now?
I will not. I will not.
Yes, he will.
I cannot be a part of cancel culture.
He will be a part of it.
Like
no doubt about it. 100%. This man will be a part of voting for Donald Trump and his cancel culture and toothless, exactly as we picture all Donald Trump supporters to be. They definitely don't shock us, do we? Do they? And then, folks, they just lie. That's what they do. That's like you kind of have to. If you tell the truth as a conservative, you get fucked over. But if you lie, you get rewarded. Case in point, here's a Fiore lying about unemployment.
Under President Trump, we had a little over 3% unemployment. Do you know the last time that happened? It was 1969. Under Biden and Obama, we're at 10%. Right? And even more now.
No, wrong. So Donald Trump is the only president in modern times to leave office with a higher unemployment rate than when he came into office. It was something like 6.5% when he left office. Here it is, 6.3%. And today under President Biden, it's 3.5%. It's almost half. Literally, they lie for a living, and it doesn't matter. No one calls them out. No one gives a shit. Instead, they're giving the biggest Republican platforms in the world and rewarded for it. Because, of course, they are. And Marjorie Taylor Greene standing up there directly spreading the great replacement theory. You know, the white supremacist conspiracy theory that was mentioned in 2 different mass terrorist shooters manifestos. We know this is the narrative that's getting people killed all over the fucking place, but who cares, right? She's hanging out with the white supremacists at the first America First movement, like Nick Fuentes, the Groypers, Booger Eating Nick. She best friends with them, has no problem standing up there on Trump's platform and spreading these white supremacist talking points.
Joe Biden's 5 million illegal aliens are on the verge of replacing you. Replacing your jobs and replacing your kids in school. And coming from all over the world, they're also replacing your culture. And that's not great for America.
This is 100% violent rhetoric. She knows 100% this is what's getting people killed, and she doesn't care. Instead, she's out there lying, claiming that it is Democrats that are targeting Republicans to kill them without any solid evidence. Misrepresentation, a few stories that I covered the last show. But who cares, folks? Who cares? 100% pure racism, white supremacist narratives at the Donald Trump rally. Working as intended. Nothing to see here, folks. And speaking of just fucking straight up racism, how can you interpret this any other way than this is just as racist as it fucking gets? Here's Tuberville at the Donald Trump rally.
Some people say, well, they're soft on crime. No, they're not soft on crime. They're pro-crime. They want crime. They want crime because they want to take over what you got. They want to control what you have. They want reparation because they think the people that do the crime are owed that. Bullshit. They are not owed that.
Yeah, those that want reparations do the crimes. Who could he be? Who is it that wants reparations? And who is it that racist claim committed? I can't even think of it. Blackity black. Yep, just outright fucking racism. Who cares? Spreading white supremacist propaganda. They know it's going to be people killed. Outright racism against black people. They know it's going to cause harm, but that's what it's all about, folks. They just leaning into it now. And one more from this dipshit talking about how God is the one that changes the climate.
And our food. We all love this country. We all love the world.
You don't love this country.
God changes the climate. God changes the climate.
No, God doesn't exist.
If they wanted to get off of this climate change junket that they're on, they could do it, but they don't want to do it.
Yeah, because God doesn't exist, and it's up to us to be good stewards of this planet. Even if God did exist, don't you think he'd want us to take care of the planet he gave us? Like, holy shit, we're so fucking doomed. You know how doomed we are? They're literally just outright saying they're about to destroy our democracy. Here's Jim Marchant. He's in the lead for Secretary of State in Nevada. This is the person that controls the elections. He's outright saying the last election I lost because we were cheated, and we're about to fix all that. And by fix it, he means they're going to just ignore the will of the people and put whoever the fuck they want to in office.
Is this the greatest president in American history or not?
Not.
So we have something in common. President Trump and I lost an election in 2020 because of a rigged election.
You did not.
I've been working since November 4th, 2020 to expose what happened. And what I found out is horrifying. And when I'm Secretary of State of Nevada, we're going to fix it. And when my coalition of Secretary of State candidates around the country get elected, we're going to fix the whole country. And President Trump is going to be president again in 2024.
Yep. Regardless of what the people say when they vote, they're taking over all these Secretary of State positions all around the country, and they're going to fix it, folks. Holy shit. It's scary. The democracy as we know it might be over. It might be too late. That guy is in the fucking lead. But then Trump got up there, and you guys remember how good it was 2 years ago? Remember when a million people were dying of COVID, dropping all over the place, and we were all having a shelter in place in our houses? Remember how great that was?
2 years ago, think of it, 2 years ago, everything was so good in our country, and now it's going to pieces. It's falling apart.
So good with the unpaid for tax cuts for billionaires and banning trans and gay people from the middle. All of it was so good, folks. And you're about to hear the closest you're going to ever hear to a confession that Donald Trump stole nuclear documents.
The National Archives put a trigger warning on the Constitution of the United States. Did you know that? And the bill.
Okay, I looked that up. Apparently, according to the National Archives. The fuck is that noise, y'all? I hope no one's coming in here. I looked this up, and they have a warning for every single document on the National Archives now. Basically, the warning is, hey, some of these documents were written at times where the world was way more racist, and some of this stuff might be like not triggering, but it might upset you. So just keep in mind that a lot of this was written at a different part of our country's history where there was a lot of racism, sexism, and violence and stuff. So just be warned. That's on every single document, 100% of them the National Archives puts out. So of course he's like, they put this specifically on the Constitution and the Founding Fathers documents. They have to always misrepresent everything.
Bill of Rights and other great documents that we have in our country, founding documents, considering them to be dangerous. They consider the Constitution to be dangerous. These are radical left lunatics, and they lose documents. They plant documents. Let's see, is there a book on nuclear destruction or the building of a nuclear weapon cheaply? Let's put that book in with Trump. No, they plant documents. I mean, they have a terrible reputation. Look at the kind of things. This is just a small part, what I've read. And who would want to be with them? We're safer in that Chinese restaurant that we just mentioned.
Yeah, Librarians at the National Archives, they're the real evil ones, aren't they? Yeah, the documents are safer with anybody. Like, what a defense, folks. They planted nuclear material. They're going to find nuclear material, and when they do, they planted it. I've already warned you, folks. And then his other excuse for the fact that he stole nuclear secrets and took them to his fucking golf course is that everybody else stole nuclear secrets too. Why are they mad at me for doing it? Remember when George Bush did it?
George H.W. Bush took millions of documents to a former bowling alley and a former Chinese restaurant where they combined them, so they're in a bowling alley / Chinese restaurant. George H.W.
What about
Bush
101 here, folks? Somebody else did it. This is not a defense. Like, if you go to any court and you're like, hey, they didn't prosecute that guy over there for murder. Why you prosecuting me for murder? You can't prosecute me if you didn't prosecute every single body else. That's the way the law works. It's not Donald Trump. But good try. And then here he is admitting that the only reason he's supporting Herschel Walker for Congress is because Herschel Walker was a good football player. Because, you know, there's great qualifications for being in the highest political body in the land. I ran down a field really good. And he also admits that, yeah, once upon a time, you actually had to be a decent person, and like their past mistakes and the past evil you did could be used against you, but not anymore. I've changed all that to where what you do and say doesn't even matter anymore.
About Walker's controversial past. Listen to this.
In Georgia, think about Georgia. In Georgia, Herschel, they did the ballad to Herschel Walker. They did ballads. You know how great a football player is? Do you know that he was in University of Georgia? He was the best football player in the nation by far. He's the best football player in the history of Georgia.
Who cares?
And for the most part, in the history of the guy, you know, as a running back, he's a top 3 or 4 running back.
But he has a complicated personal history, which is what they're worried about.
But do you know that it's a personal history that 10 years ago maybe it would have been a problem, 20 years ago would have been a bigger problem? I don't think it's a problem today.
And he's right, folks. They have changed.
I think that's
changed. The world has changed.
The world is changing. He means the country has changed. The Conservative Party has changed. They no longer even to pretend that they believe a fucking word they say. All they want is power, and they don't give a shit what you do, what your behavior is. As long as you say, God, hey, God, I'm for God. I'm for God. You don't have to be a good person in the past. You don't have to be a good person in the present. All you do is say God over and over and over again, and you win. That's all they need. And little blast from the past just to show how ridiculous goddamn Trump is, because I came across this, and it's just so funny. I've described Trump many times as a 5th grader who is giving a book report on a book he didn't read. And that is so him. So in honor of tonight's debate, here is an exchange I had with Donald Trump in July during an interview for New York Magazine, in which he makes a convincing case that he absolutely read Hillbilly Elegy, which is J.D. Vance's book. So Trump says, J.D. was, you know, not doing so well. And now he's doing great, and he's winning. And when I endorsed him, he went to first place almost immediately. And it's been good. To which the reporter says, you ever read his book? And Trump's like, oh, I have. Yes, I have, actually. And the reporter said, you read Hillbilly Elegy? And Trump says, I did, long while ago when it came out. And the reporter says, what do you think of it? And then Trump's like, I thought it was an opinion, a strong opinion. And he understands a big segment of the voting population. I understood that right at the beginning. I think he understood a faction of people that was a pretty big group. It was an interesting book. Literally never read a fucking page of it. Trump's like Kanye. He don't fucking read. And you need more examples of this? Here's an old interview with Donald Trump. This is so funny. They're asking him what his favorite book is, and it's clear he has not read a book. He doesn't know anything about books. He doesn't fucking read books, and he names an author. And so they name the most recent book from that author. Is that the book you're talking about? And he's like, no. And then eventually he says, oh, yeah, that's the book, but I can't hear you because of my earpiece. Just such a con man and bullshit artist.
Who are your favorite authors?
Well, I have a number of favorite authors. I think Tom Wolfe is excellent.
Did you read Vanity of the Bonfires?
I did not.
It's a phenomenal book.
What book are you reading now?
Yeah. Well, I'm reading
Bonfire of the Vanities.
I'm reading my own book again because I think it's so fantastic, Tom.
What's the best book you've read beside Art of the Deal?
I really like Tom Wolfe's last book, and I think he's a great author. He's done a beautiful job.
Which book?
His current book. His current book. It's just out.
Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yes. And
you just said it wasn't that one.
The man has done a very, very good job, and I really can't hear with this earphone, by the way.
You were hearing perfectly, and then he said he realized, it's obvious I'm lying and bullshit, and suddenly I can't hear you. Just goddamn it, so transparent. Definitely, let's make this lying asshole the fucking president. But everything they do has to be worshiping Trump. Now he's taking over fucking Halloween. Trumpkin, making Halloween great again. You know, I wish that they would do some kind of documentary on these people who are now Trump fanatics, whose entire personality is nothing but Trump, and then examine what their personality was like before Trump came along. Because what even were they? What did they think about or care about before Trump? Because he is their entire being now. It's wild. And speaking of this fucking cult, here's Carrie Lake vacuuming the red carpet that Trump is going to be on. This is a real photo of Carrie Lake vacuuming the red carpet before meeting Donald Trump. A member of Carrie's team told us she insisted on personally making sure the carpet was spotless out of respect for the office of President of the United States. This is servant leadership. I mean, good God. First off, Trump don't give a fuck about you or that carpet, but it's just slave mentality was what it is. They say servant, but they mean slave. And folks, I know you have been so worried. You have been like, when is Mike Lindell going to ensure that Trump is back in the White House? We definitely know what's going to happen because he has the fucking goods. It's going to happen any day now, but don't worry, folks. Mike Lindell has an update.
When I get back tomorrow, I'm going to be calling every single journalist in this country. So if there's some of them here, listen up and say, did you hear the big news? I can put my information out now. I can put my evidence out now. The 32 terabytes. And go, Dennis Montgomery, it's not even real. Well, wait till I put up. And then all the subpoenas. Now, you'd think when those big names get subpoenaed, Brian, that the media would want to report that.
You would think so.
You would think so. Probably the biggest. Who else goes after them?
It's all happening, folks. It's all happening finally. Trump's going to be back in finally, folks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Just wait 2 weeks. And what's that? It's going to take 4 weeks? What? Apparently. I just got a message from Randy Quaid, and Randy says, God willing, the massive victimization of this country by pure demonic evil speaking only in gibberish tongues through Brandon and his cabinet demons for the past 2 years has the possibility to forever be exercised in less than 4 weeks. So you know it's serious this time, folks, because they're actually doubling the 2 weeks to 4, which is how you know it's all real and it's all coming. And would Randy Quaid misinform us? I don't think so. I think Randy knows what he's talking about, if anybody does. And then, folks, I normally don't have empathy for Chuds, but I do kind of feel sorry for Sarah Palin because she had a campaign event and this was the turnout for it. It's like throwing a big party and nobody shows up, which I've done. I've actually done that, and it was very saddening and embarrassing. I've told the story before how when I left Denver, I threw a big party for all my fans and friends. I bought all these fucking pizzas and shit, and like literally nobody fucking showed up for it. It was just me and my girlfriend. That was it. It was so embarrassing. Anyway, this is all the people that showed up, but hey, at least she had some good fucking entertainment. First off, she had a James Brown impersonator. No, this is not it. First off, she had a James Brown. Where the fuck is the James Brown impersonator? Is it up? Here it is. It's up here. First off, she had a James Brown impersonator, and I gotta say, like, even though nobody showed up to watch this guy, he pretty fucking good. Dude's got some moves. Woo! Look at him go. Oh, black dude still got it. Woo! Turn the music up. It's too quiet. Get it, James. Woo! Nobody watching you, but I am, James. Oh, look. Oh, my God. What? Black grandpa grandpa's still athletic as shit. I can't do that. Wow, I'm impressed. And then had some other top-notch entertainment at the Sarah Palin rally. And then the boomers are walking out. They're like, no thanks. The two people are there are like, yikes. I drove down here for fucking this. So like, poor Sarah Palin. I'm almost feeling bad for her. Like, not really, because she's just garbage in every goddamn possible way. But she gave a speech too. Where's the fucking speech at? Is it down here somewhere? Okay, I don't even give a shit about it. Fuck her. And then, oh, that's it. That's my Chud Watch. Hell yeah. What a good one tonight. Fuck yeah. What you guys got to say? What the fuck? I know, right? Definitely. It's always what the fuck with Sarah Palin. Because that's a shame the James Brown impersonator should have gone to the Apollo instead, like literally anywhere else. But I guess, you know, in Alaska, where I'm assuming that is, probably Pickens or Slim for gigs for a James Brown impersonator. So, doing what he gotta do. No, it's not 4 weeks, 8 weeks, don't you know? Psh, all I know is Randy Quaid said 4, and he is America's most trustworthy individual. So, nope, that's cringe. Never cringe with Sarah Palin. And rolling right along, folks. 2 more sections. Get your super chats in for the end of the show. Now it's time for some heroes. We could be heroes, just like Billy Joel. Hell yeah, Billy Joel. Love me some fucking Billy Joel. Awesome. He was awesome in Rain Man. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, folks. First off, on the heroes list, Jon Stewart. Getting out there, speaking passionately for kids that need gender-affirming care. You know, because they're at a great risk of being mistreated and suicide, and he has shown himself once again to be a hero. Here he is, taking on Leslie Rutledge, Arkansas Attorney General. Horrible transphobic pick and trying to pass laws to even further oppress trans people, which is just insane. Here he is. I can't play this whole thing. What the fuck? I want to just play the short clip, and this is not it. God damn it, I fucked up.
Why would the state of Arkansas step in to override parents, physicians, psychiatrists, endocrinologists who have developed guidelines? Why would you override those guidelines?
Well, I think it's important that all of those physicians, all of those experts, for every single one.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing. He gave her such the business. He gave her the business, and it was beautiful, and it was a short clip, and I'm not going to play the whole thing. Anyway, good on you, Jon Stewart. Go see this video of Jon Stewart interviewing Leslie Rutledge on the Parliament Jon Stewart show, which was amazing, and I should have done a better job. And then, on the heroes list, who made it this week? Oh, yeah, did you guys see this? Comedian Ariel Ellis, is that her name? Yeah, that's her. Ariel Ellis, who is a comedian, was doing stand-up, and some Trump supporter, as they do, got offended because they're fucking amazing snowflakes. You know, why would you go out to a comedy show if you didn't want to hear jokes? But of course, she had to interject herself into the show and criticize this comedian, and then throw a fucking beer can at her after she gets fucking owned by the comedian, which, you know, it's always a bad idea to take your drunk, stupid ass to a comedy show and then try to heckle the fucking comedian who is much more witty, intelligent, and funny than you are. And then, of course, when you get fucking owned, what are you going to do? You got to throw a beer at her because that's all you got left. Let's watch.
What's your question?
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Did I vote for Donald Trump? What do you think?
No.
Okay. Here's a question for you. Why would you ask me that in here knowing I'm the only Jew in this room? Are you trying to get me killed?
Don't tell Kanye.
If it makes you feel any better, I vote in New York. My vote doesn't matter there. It doesn't matter here either. It doesn't matter, guys. Everybody vote for whoever you want to vote. I don't care who you voted for. I'm just happy we're all here together.
So you voted for Biden?
I don't know. Why does it matter? Yeah, so what? Why does it matter?
I can just tell by your jokes you voted for Biden. Why are we
all right.
They're just jokes.
I can tell by the fact that you're still talking when nobody wants you to that you voted for Trump.
Ooh, owned.
Yes, donors telling you to stop. All right, make some noise if you want her to shut up. But I did ask if anybody had any questions. I didn't think it was going to be. That's on me. That was on me for thinking I could have a human interaction with somebody. That's my fault. No, look, I'm such an insecure person. Here, I'll tell you the rest of that bit, and then we'll move on. I'm so insecure. I went and got an IUD.
Damn, do it hard too. Like what, bitch?
Yo, I'm never coming out with these people ever again.
Did you hear that guy? I guess he's like in their group and he's like giving them the business too. He's like, what the fuck, bitch? I am never coming out with you people again.
And then we'll move on. I'm so insecure. I went and got an IUD.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, I'm never coming out with these people ever again.
And of course, like a queen, she just rolls with it, chugs the beer. Hell yeah, you go, hero. That's how you handle the chuds. Expertly done. And then hero time here. This one is Tim Miller calling out Ted Cruz. And of course, Ted Cruz is such a fucking weasel. He cannot stand to have somebody challenge him. So he's like, "You're a hack. I'm not even talking to you because you're a hack." Yeah, here's your brave, masculine, manly man running from any kind of hard questions.
Hey, Senator. Good to see you in Arizona.
It's good to be here.
You objected to the 2020 vote here in Arizona, and in the Senate, you were the lead Senate objector to that. Since then, there have been a few audits. The Republican governor, Republican Senate president, the Republican Speaker of the House all said the election was fair. Do you disagree with Doug Ducey and agree with Blake Masters and Kerry Lake, or have you changed your view? It's been 2 years now.
There's a reason the media is a joke.
Dodge.
Because questions like that, please, let's have one Republican fight with another Republican. Let me tell you what the people of Arizona care about. That we have the highest inflation in the country in the Phoenix area. What the people of Arizona care about is they can't afford to put food on the table. They can't afford to fill their car. What the people of Arizona care about is the murder rates that are out of control. What the people of Arizona care about...
The people of Arizona voted for Joe Biden.
Look,
Wait, no, right? Did they not? Did they or did they not vote for Joe Biden?
Your job
did they or
is
did
to
they
be
not
a
vote
shill
for
the
Joe
Democrats.
Biden?
But that's
I'm
not your
asking you a
job,
question.
and I don't care about your political agenda.
I don't have.
This
I'm
is an
asking
election.
you.
Okay,
Did you try to object to their vote?
You're done.
Why am I done?
Because you're being a hack.
Because you're being a hack. You're not asking me softball questions. You're asking me tough questions. You're a hack. I'm not going to talk to you. Yep. Masculinity personified. Ted Cruz. And last up on the heroes list, did you guys see the J.D. Vance debate tonight? Tim Ryan going against him and giving him the fucking business. This is how you do it.
On January 6th, we had 140 cops, United States Capitol Police, get injured during the insurrection when they tried to overthrow the government. Beat them upside the head with lead pipes, spray them with pepper spray. The one video we saw, the cop got jammed into the door, right? J.D. Vance raised money for the legal defense fund of the insurrectionists. This is the kind of extremism, JD, that we wholly reject. You have video posts. Don't even try to deny it. We got your Twitter posts and everything else. Everybody's seen it. He said, help these guys with their legal defense fund. Now, can you imagine one guy saying out of one side of his mouth he's pro-cop, and out of the other side of his mouth he's raising money for the insurrectionists who were beating up the Capitol Police? The one guy he tried to raise money for got 4 years in prison. This is ridiculous. I'm not taking a back seat to you. I brought $500 million back to fund police in Ohio.
So Okay, well, I disagree with the part about funding police, but that's how you attack them, folks. That's how you get them. Point out their hypocrisy and bullshit. Not that it matters, because conservatives love hypocrites and bullshit. That probably will only help J.D. Vance with the chuds, but hopefully sensible people will hear what you have to say and not vote for him. We'll see what the fuck happens. And all right, that's my heroes list. Hold that fucker accountable. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Ted Cruz, I got shit for brains. I mean, he's probably a smart guy. He's just a con man and has no integrity or morals whatsoever. Throwing a beer can class act, well, that's all she got. She got fucking owned, so what else you gonna do? You have to try to be violent. That's what all fucking ignorant ass bullies do. And all right, folks, last chance you get your super chats. One more section. Got 2 more quick clips. Time for some Slow News Week. Slow News Week, Dustin, man. I didn't do it that loud this week because last show I hurt my voice. And folks, talking about Jimmy's gonna be rustled. Apparently now they got a black lesbian Velma as a mermaid playing a crystal flute while she taking a knee. Oh, hell now. Chud's head's exploding everywhere. Somebody please do a wellness check on Steven Crowder right now. I'm pretty sure he taking that gun out of the holster he carries everywhere and blowing his own brains out. Poor Steven. And one more to finish us off. This one is pickled cheesecake. I don't know who you are, but I will find you and I will kill you. And all right, folks, that's it. That's my show. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's read the super chats real quick. Before you go, please become a patron. I need you to become a patron. You'll feel good about yourself. Don't you want to feel good? Don't you? So click on the link in the description of the video and become a patron, $1 a month, where you can afford. Here it is. Don't you want to support this fine programming I put out for free every single week? Of course you do. I love you. Patron, do it, and buy my book, all that stuff. And all right, let's read the super chats. Get your questions ready for me for my fast, quick Q&A at the end. Appreciate you, Dusty. I appreciate you, Jason Harrison. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tip for the tip jar. Hell yeah, you stay awesome. Weird thoughts. K. Rook. Man, I feel like such a lightweight with all these heavy hitters with the dollars. Just here for Dusty. Hey, don't feel like a lightweight. It all adds up. You kind, you important, and you special, Kaya. Lauren Starlight, what up? $50. Hell yeah, that is very generous. It's so good to see you tonight, Dusty. Man, it is really good to see you, Lauren Starlight Sanctuary. One of the biggest heroes on the show. And also very attractive, I might add. Cole James, $20, very generous. Thank you, Cole. Good to see you tonight. Trumpsters gladly stay on the sinking ship. Yeah, but if they change the rules and make it to where the votes don't count anymore, who the fuck knows? Thanks for pulling me out of the all right. You're awesome. Hey, I do what I do, you know. Shh, I'm one of the special ones. We're screwed, bro. Good games. Hey, it's fun when it lasted. What you gonna do? Jason Tarsero. Sound it out, Dusty. You do a great job scrapping the internet for us, Dusty. Hell yeah, I'm like a filter. I go and I read everything all day long. Like literally when the show's over, I like close down my windows and I immediately open up new stuff and start reading for the next fucking show. I am on it. I missed a shout out for the front line I sent you. Haven't heard you complain about fleas in a while though. Keep up. I'm sorry that I didn't give you the, I've been really bad on doing my, I feel bad now. Been bad about doing my unboxing and stuff. But I did get it. And yes, like the fleas have been so much better because you guys helped me eradicate my flea problem. So you guys, you don't know how heroic you are for that. I really fucking appreciate it. Keep up the good work, brother. Hey, no, you keep up the good work. And good to see you tonight. I love you, Kimchi. Thank you for coming, Dust Buddy. You rock. Zachariah, thank you for being Dust Buddy. Martinez, thank you for coming, Dust Buddy. Love you, Dusty. So dropping for you and your kiddies. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Kerry Rook. Love you, Devious Devil. All right, I read it all. Anything else pop up? Last check, love you. Gotta drop some cash. Hell yeah. In under the wire. Appreciate you. All right, quick Q&A. What you guys gotta say to me? What have I been watching? Anything interesting? Wrong button, Dusty. House of Dragons. I didn't finish it yet. I gotta go finish my House of Dragons. Young Sheldon, new season just started. It's all right. It's pretty good for like if you like a smart ass little kid. Hell's Kid, just trash. All this is fucking trash. Serpent Queen is good though. You didn't see the Serpent Queen yet? It's pretty good. But the rest of the stuff I'm embarrassed to even have up there, so I apologize. What you guys? Dusty, great show as always. Even if no overtime, we're close. With the song, we're gonna finish it off just under 2 hours, so it wasn't too short. Thanks, Cult of Dusty. Great non-OT show. Yep, they can't all be overtime. Sometimes you guys fail me with being so fucking boring, but hey, at least I pulled it together anyway, despite you guys. Hey, MJ, woo! Thank you, MJ. Appreciate it. Dusty, check out the Amber Ruffin show on Peacock. All right, I'll check that out. That name sounds familiar. Thank you for the recommendation. Anything else pop up? I can't eat pickles with cheesecake. Not a good combination. I will destroy everything you find holy for that. Oh no, I know, right? Gross. I think I got to feel JD Vance getting destroyed, and I love to see it. Damn, that flew by. It does that. When you have the greatest show in the history of mankind that is jam-packed like my show is, it just flies fucking by. It's sort of the entire reason I'm the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. So, mods chat, hell yeah, the mods are great. Thank you, mods, for your unpaid service. You guys are heroes. I love you. I want more show, la la la. Well, you'll have to come back Friday. It's only 4 days away for another episode of the greatest show in the history of mankind. I promise I will do what I do and provide you guys more high quality entertainment. So go on this Patreon. Do the thing. Support me. Do it. You know you want to. You'll feel good about yourself. And all right, folks, that's my time. Please hit the like button before you go. Please leave comments. Please subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends about the show. Do all of the things. You know how it works. Love the shit out of you guys, and I will see you on Friday. Have a good weekend. And let's do a little, Wobble Wobble again on the way out, since it worked out so well last time. And you can search for Wobble Wobble by Dusty Smith, and you can come up with this video. One of the greatest videos of all time. I wrote the song. I put the video together. I did all this, and nobody gives a shit. I only got seen 5,000 times, so this is why I don't make music. But it's still good. I don't need other people to tell me I'm good, to know I'm good and humble and beautiful. Good night, everybody. I have watched Raised by Wolves. Pretty good. Badass androids on that show. Walla walla, walla walla, walla walla, walla dip dip boom, boom boom, boom boom boom. Dip 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 Here's my favorite part of the song right here. Coming up. This